day one of the dealers decided to teach him a lesson.
Good morning, Harbour Radio listeners. So you're currently tuned into the All About You show with myself, Simmone Taylor. You've got me until 1 o'clock this afternoon, and then you're all excited. So I have an amazing, beautiful guest star with me today. She's absolutely stunning. I'm so proud to have her on the show. She's a beautiful girl. I've met her previously. You guys are going to love her. And guess what we are talking about, guys? So, I'm guessing we are talking about bacon. Oh yeah, a girl's best friend. So I have Amy Wilkes. Good morning, Amy.
Morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really well, thank you very much. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. Thank you for asking.
Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for coming on. So you're going to stay with me until 1 o'clock, yes?
Yep.
Good stuff. So Amy, you are a professional makeup artist.
I am indeed, yes.
So exciting. Okay, guys. So I'm going to introduce you to Amy on a personal level. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of actual makeup itself, Amy, tell me, where are you from?
I am from a very small little market town called Halesworth, that some of you may know of, about an hour away from Yarmouth. And yeah.
So you travelled quite well today.
Yeah, it's worth it though.
Good, yay! So excited to have you. So tell me a little bit about yourself in regards, what do you like to do? Because we know you like makeup.
Yeah.
But what else do you like to do?
Anything creative, really. I like to act, I like to draw, I love music, I love comedy. Comedy is like up in my top 3 of my favourite things ever, with makeup, of course. But yeah, anything that I can really get creative with, I love.
Good. Okay, so Amy, we learned about your hobbies.
Yeah.
We know that you're a makeup artist. We know you're just like uber famous in this town.
I wish.
You're famous because you're on the show, so you are a famous girl.
Yeah.
So what was the first ever job you had as a child? So, you know, when we leave school, or sometimes we don't even leave school and we get jobs, don't we?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I started pretty young, really. I was always really good with kids as a child myself. And my mum got me, it was a friend of hers who had a little girl, she was 4 or 5, and I got on really, really well with her. I was about 13, and I just used to look after her just for a little while after school, every day before her dad got back from work. So that was my first job. And then I went on to a paper round, very glamorous, started as I meant to go on. But yeah, just a couple of little jobs just to get myself a little bit of pocket money to buy a gift on a weekend.
Penny sweets?
No! I started buying myself a bit of makeup at that sort of age.
No way!
Yeah, I didn't wear much, don't get me wrong. But yeah, a little bit here, a little bit there, and yeah, and music as well. I used to spend my pocket money on music, so.
So, going back to makeup,
Mm-hmm.
what was the first ever makeup product you bought?
Well, the first makeup I owned wasn't actually bought by me. It was actually given to me by my grandma. And it was a black eyeliner.
Oh wow, here we go.
I used to love dressing up. Me and my sister used to dress up in all her clothes and her jewellery and shoes and everything. And we took it to the next level and she gave us a little bit of makeup. And I just couldn't believe the difference just for having a little bit of eyeliner. I mean, I was mesmerised looking at myself in the mirror, just thinking, my God, that makes such a difference. And that probably is where my love of makeup sort of started. And it's the transformation that I love about it. It's how different you can look. You can be a different character. You can really make the most of certain features or tone some down. It's just magic.
Oh, I'm so glad you've come on this show, because I have been, because as you know, the show's called All About You, and I do primarily target women, although I do address the men as well. And I've been speaking a lot about nails and eyebrows and facial oils. So it's so cool to have you on the show to just expand on what I've been talking about, because I know so much about makeup and I'm terrible really. Normally I don't wear makeup, so I'm really glad you've come on, because I'm hoping you can give me some great tips as well as everyone else tuning in.
Well, you don't need it, darling.
You can
Fresh
come
as you
again.
are.
She's coming back, guys. Okay, so back to makeup artists, what you do. So what actually got you into being a makeup artist?
It was actually my godmother pushed me into it. Well, not pushed me. She wasn't a pushy godmother, but she noticed a talent in me before I really noticed. And she just said, you know, Amy, you've got a real flair for that, and you really should think about doing that as a career. And I didn't want to know. At the time, I was a teenager. I had dreams of being on EastEnders and you know, being an actress, and I really didn't want to hear it at that time. But she kept with it, and I'll say probably about 8 years ago, I started to really get into it a bit more and do some more research. And then obviously we've had YouTube.
Oh,
What a revolutionary
no.
sort of platform for makeup artists, aspiring makeup artists, anyone really. But there's so much information available out there to everybody now. And that really just kind of spurred me on, and here I am.
Amazing. Here you are with me. Awesome. So you'd say you've been doing it for about 8 years.
Yeah.
So where did you learn to do all of this?
Okay, well, I was self-taught
Cool.
primarily, so
Awesome.
just, you know, with the eyeliner that my dear old grandmother gave me, and then I used to go and stay at my dad's in the summer holidays, and he had his wife. Mum and dad split when I was about 5, but his wife at the time, she used to let me play with all her makeup, which was great. So,
I love them.
so did I. And I remember sitting in front of the mirror and I've coated my face, like literally coated it in all this makeup, anything I could get on there. And I thought, my word, I look like my mum. You know? And I asked my dad, yeah, she's gorgeous. Hi, Mum, she's listening. And I sort of said to my dad, look, don't I look like Mum? And he just kind of stared at me with this empty look behind his eyes as if to say, well, not really, sweetheart, you know, you've covered yourself there pretty good. But yeah, so obviously over the years I got a bit older and went to high school, and we would have sleepovers with my friends, and I was always the one that gave them a makeover. They always wanted an Amy makeover. And I'm sure they looked horrendous at the time, but we thought it was great. And then started going out, obviously, get a bit older, start going to the discos and just experimenting and buying awful shades that really didn't suit me. But
Lots of glitter.
not so much until I got a bit older. I think more, I was a bit of a goth.
Oh. Hence the black eyeliner.
Uh-huh.
Now I get it.
So I remember going to school at like 14 and wearing pink, purple and blue eyeshadow, you know, all together, right up to the brow. I thought I was on Flea, you know, but I found a picture not so long ago and looked at it and thought, oh my
We
God.
need to share that. We need to see this.
Yeah, I might do. I might put it on my makeup pages just to show how you can go from that to this. But yeah, so self-taught really, lots of experimentation. And then I got asked by people to do their wedding, you know, friends of the family. Oh, will you do my wedding makeup? And I've got a party to go to. Will you do this and that? And I just thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. Why not? So I picked up a lot of things, obviously through the practicing. Practice makes perfect. I've still got a lot to learn. I don't think I'll ever stop learning, really. And then about 3 years ago, I decided to do a course.
Oh, wow, okay.
Because I'm a single mum, I can't really go off and do, you know, the full media makeup courses at uni and things like that. So I did a distance course online.
Amazing.
Just for a year. And I didn't actually learn an awful lot in terms of, you know, methods of makeup and things like that. It was more kind of the business side of things and sanitization and other kind of aspects that I hadn't really learned up to that point. So that really kind of sealed the deal, and it was after that that I went fully freelance and self-employed and decided, yep, now's the time, I'm doing
Wow. Oh, I bet you're so proud of yourself as well. I'm proud of you.
it. Yeah,
I'm really proud of you
Aw.
anyway. That's
Yeah.
amazing. To be a single mum as well and to just embrace learning, because I think that's really hard for a lot of women out there. They don't feel like they can leave their child at home, and distance learning is such a fantastic opportunity to do. And you can do makeup.
I know.
That's so cool.
It's quite unreal, really, isn't it?
That's amazing. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Right, right, guys. So I'm going to play you some tunes today, which Amy has personally selected herself.
Yes. Sure.
Okay, so we're going to have a boogie here in the studio. Do stay tuned, guys, because we've got so much more to discuss with Amy and more about makeup. I'm so excited today. And Amy's a fantastic, beautiful guest. So do stay tuned, guys. And this is a really cool track, Hard to Beat.
Yes.
Happy?
Harbour Radio.
Welcome back, guys. So you tuned into the All About You show with myself, Simmone Taylor, here till 1 o'clock with our guest star, Amy Woods.
Hello.
And Tinga.
Doing good, really good.
You're all right so far, aren't you? I haven't scared you off.
No, I've settled down quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not as nervous. It's all good.
So you're just chilling out on the sofa at the minute with her legs up, glass of wine in her hands.
So yes, that's right.
She's happy. Okay, so talk about makeup, because that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You are a makeup artist, a famous makeup artist. What is your most favourite thing to do with makeup?
Okay. I think that probably has to be the highlighting and contouring aspect, because it's different for everybody, because everybody has a different face bone structure and whatnot, so it's different on everybody. And in my experience, it's the one thing that really transforms somebody. If I do contouring on somebody, I will quite often get, when they look in the mirror afterwards, a wow. That's the wow factor. So yes, I think I would have to go for that.
Awesome. So I've never actually tried contouring, but we're going to get onto that later in the show,
Okay.
because I'm sure loads of people are sat there going, do you know what? How do you contour? Because you see all these youngsters.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. You see all these youngsters that contour away at the age of like 15, 16. I'm just like, how are you doing that? So you're going to tell me later, aren't we?
I will. I'll give you some tips.
Yes! Oh, this is why she's come on. It's just to give me tips. It's not for you guys, it's just for me. Okay, so moving on from that, products that you use.
Mhm.
Do you use lots of different brands? Do you just use one brand?
Yeah, no, I like to use a mixture of brands. And basically, it took me a year of research to decide what I wanted in my professional kit. Nothing was flippant, nothing was lastminute.com. I really wanted to make sure that the products that I had in my kit were going to work for everybody, and that I could cater to every skin tone, everyone, men, women,
Everybody.
yes. So I really did a lot of research, read a lot of reviews, tried a few things out, of course. And then what I did is there's a trade show in London every year. They're all over the world, to be honest, but I go to IMATS.
IMATS is amazing.
Isn't it just? I was like a kid in a candy shop. So I'd spent this whole year doing all the research, and I was very organised, and I'd made lists, and I knew exactly where I was going and what I was buying. And I got it all in one day, and just, it was amazing. Even though I wasn't buying makeup for myself, I still got that real nice adrenaline from it,
At the end of the day, we're all women.
Yeah.
And we like to shop. And when you go to IMATS, that is like an adult sweet store.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
You've got all these brands and just makeup everywhere you look. And not just that, you've got all these people walking around that have had their makeup done.
They're fantastic.
Oh, wow. And the body paints and the big headpieces and the prosthetics and everything that you could possibly want, all under one roof.
So are we telling our listeners that they need to get themselves to IMATS?
Well, if you're a fan of a lip gloss or a lash, or you just love looking at what people can do, because there's all sorts of demonstrations. And it's not just makeup as well, it's brushes and bags, and so if you like anything like that, it's well worth going and have a look. And I would recommend saving up because no doubt you're going to want to spend more than you initially anticipated.
So with IMATs, is that only just once a year or?
Yes, once a year in London. I believe they do it in, they've got them in sort of the big cities all over the world. So I think there's a New York one and an LA one. I might be wrong. Just have a look online, Vancouver and places like that. And of course, you get all the famous makeup artists that are currently working in the big films, actually doing demonstrations and coming and doing talks with people as well. And that on its own, I mean, wow.
Let's all go to IMATs.
Yeah.
Let's just get a code.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Right, so if you fancy going to IMATs, guys, just drop me an email. Okay, so you use many different brands?
Yes.
Okay, do you have a favourite makeup product? I.e., like, do you like lip gloss the most, or do you like eyeshadow the most, or foundation?
I think foundation. That's what I spend the bulk of my personal makeup money on.
Okay.
I will always go and buy a foundation over anything else, I think, and that's because it is the foundation of the makeup. Eyeshadows and things you can really get away with spending less and going for the sort of more affordable brands. Whereas something like foundation, you really want that to be flawless. And of course, it depends on what your skin type is as to which one. So I can't really say what's going to suit. You know, I have to see the person and see what sort of skin they've got. So it's different with everybody. I couldn't tell you a holy grail foundation or anything like that. I'm sorry. Because they all work different on different people. But yes, I think foundation for me is what I would spend the most money on. And I've got loads of them. I've got a whole drawer full of foundations. Yeah. Let's have a makeup party.
Oh, right, guys. So we're going to end the show there.
We go.
Well, it's Amy's house. Oh, that's awesome. No, but I do know what you mean by foundation because I've spent years and years and years trying to find the right foundation, and it is just trial and error, isn't it, for each individual person?
Yeah, definitely.
My mum uses completely different one to me. My sister actually uses the same as me, but we suffer with our skin quite badly, so we use Vichy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have heard of it. I can't.
I love it.
Yeah.
I've used so many products, spent so much money on getting the right thing. And I've been to, you know how you can go to your department stores and they've got all the different makeup counters and they sit there and do your makeup on you. And it's like, I've had loads of those with all the different brands and I always walk out looking like an Oompa Loompa.
Oh no.
I do, but I'm so fair skinned as well. It's just like, there's not many foundations that go as light a colour.
In my kit, I've got some for you, darling.
Oh.
Honestly, I go from the lightest of the light all the way through medium and dark as well. You know, you have to have that. And there's so many sort of high street brands that don't cater for the really light skinned, and same with dark skinned as well, which is quite unfair, I think. And quite often, like you said, the Oompa Loompa, the lightest ones, you'll buy the lightest shade, but it will end up sort of oxidising on the skin and going orange.
Yeah.
That's never a good look.
It's not.
Let me just say that now, please.
No, definitely, totally
Not
agree.
good.
And it doesn't help where, I mean, I get a natural tan in the summer, and then I go to my milk bottle white in winter, and I'll buy a foundation, and I think, oh, this is great because I bought it in summer, and then come sort of Christmas, I don't like Oompa Loompa because my skin's obviously faded.
Well, there's a little tip for you there.
Oh, here we go.
You need 2 shades of foundation. You need your winter and you need your summer. And in between, while you're tanning or while your tan is going, mix the two.
Cool.
As long as you make sure that you've got the right sort of undertone. So I would say that you're more kind of pinky undertones in your skin, neutral to pink. As long as you've got the right undertones, in terms of darkness, you can mix and match your skin depending on where you are in the year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, thank you. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to have a little notepad out in a minute and I'm going to write all of this down. Amy's actually currently filming what we're doing in the studio today.
Yes.
So for you listeners that normally tune in and know that I'm naked most of the time, just for Amy's sake, I've got some clothes.
She covered up.
I covered up. Well, you said you were going to film, and it's like, you know, we're going to a whole different level there.
Yeah, so true.
So I'm sure Amy's going to share our conversation later on today or tomorrow.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll sort of turn it into a bit of a podcast and I'll put it on my YouTube channel. How about that?
Love it, and then I'll share it everywhere.
Yes.
Is that fun?
Okay.
We work well together,
We
you and me.
do.
You're coming in more often. Oh no, after I've had makeup parties at your house. Let's have a makeup party here too.
And we've gone to IMAX, and
Oh,
then
that's nice,
yeah.
We're doing it all, yeah. We've got a whole year planned out now.
Absolutely, how exciting.
Okay, guys. So we're going to take another little break there, because we're coming up to our news review. And I've also actually got a bit of news to share because last week I was talking about facials and sunglasses, and Dr. Willie, who's on just before my show, gave me a little slip from the newspaper about facials. How random is that?
Oh,
So I'm actually going to share that news for you guys in a few minutes. You're going to love it.
that's cool.
You're
Yeah.
going to love it. So stay tuned, guys. Got news coming up. I'm going to play another track, I think. Again, selected by the beautiful Amy. And then we've got so much more to talk about with makeup, haven't we?
Yeah, loads.
I don't think we're going to have enough time.
Probably
We're
not.
not. I'm going to have to bring you in again.
I'd love that.
Oh, shame. Okay, guys, stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. So don't forget you tuned into the All About You show with myself, Simmone Taylor, and our guest star, Amy.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
Good afternoon.
It is an afternoon. Oh, we're in there already.
Yeah.
So you got us until 1 o'clock. Do stay tuned, guys. Still some more awesome tunes to play that Amy has chosen.
Yes.
So this is Amy's selection. So if you are loving her songs, do let us know. If you've got actually any questions to ask Amy, because we are open to questions, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do send them in. You can either drop us an email, studio@harbourradio.co.uk, or just drop us a message on the Harbour Radio Facebook page because I'm looking at it right now. So I'm going to pick up your messages, guys. You can ask her anything.
Anything, yeah.
Anything. She's happy. She's chilled out. She's actually made herself at home here now. You know, as I say, she's got her feet up on the sofa, glass of wine. She's loving it. She's more than happy. Okay, so we're talking about you being an amazing makeup artist because I've seen lots of your work and I totally dig it. I do love your work, which is why I had to get you on the show.
Oh, thank you.
No, you're more than welcome. So, is it easier to do other people's makeup than doing your own?
Okay. As with a lot of the questions, they're not like easily answered in one kind of sentence. So I'm going to go double pronged on you today.
Sounds kinky.
What it is, okay, so in terms of logistics, it's easier to do somebody else's makeup because you've got it right in front of you, you can move around where you need to, whereas yourself, if I'm right-handed, so if I'm doing something really intricate on my left eye and I'm using my right hand to cross over, you can kind of like lose vision in the mirror, you know, little things like that, but you know, you get around it. So in terms of actual logistics, doing it on somebody else is better or easier. However, you know your own face.
Yes.
So there's a good chance that you know what looks better on you. You've had lots of practice. You've tried, you know, this and that and the other. So when you get to somebody else and you think, oh my word, you know, their face is completely different. I can't do that technique that I do on myself on this person because they've got hooded eyes and I've got almond-shaped eyes or something like that.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Did you just say hooded?
Hooded eyes. Yes.
What's that?
Okay. It's where. And there's nothing wrong in any of these, you know, there's not like
of course.
one particular type of eye shape that's the best or anything like that, but hooded eyes is quite common and it's where the kind of top, we call the lid on the bottom, like where your top eyelashes are, that's the mobile lid. So above that, you've got your sort of brow bit, your brow lid bit, and that can sometimes cover the mobile lid, so you can't see your mobile lid. That's called a hooded eye.
Okay.
Or maybe it's come down so it's covering a lot of it. So I would do a different technique of smoky eye, for example. I would do a different technique on somebody that's got a hooded eye as to somebody who hasn't, because it looks very different on everybody. And eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, again, with a hooded eye, it's a completely different method. And you kind of have to do, it's really difficult because nobody can see, but it's more like a tick rather than an out to the side wing. It looks very odd with the eyes closed, but with the eyes open and looking straight ahead, it looks like a very perfect flick. But yeah, that's just an example of how it's harder or more of a challenge, and you need more experience to be able to do makeup on other people. You can't just magically, yes, exactly, yeah. Good pun.
Oh wow! Oh my god!
Yeah.
I never actually knew that.
Mm,
Oh, we're going to learn so much today from you, aren't we?
Hope so.
I'm loving this. I'm loving this so far. Do you do men's makeup?
yes. Men, obviously, most of my clientele are female,
Mhm.
but the odd man does like the idea of having a little bit of man makeup, or they quite like a bit of an alternative look.
Yeah.
Usually, the most kind of popular thing is special effects. So when Halloween comes along, that's when the guys come out and they want their demons and their zombies and their really gory stuff, and I love that. I love that.
Cool. So guys should really embrace makeup.
Yeah, I have no problem with it. I don't see why anybody should have any
Yeah.
problem with it. I mean, makeup really is it's self-expression,
Mhm.
and also, you know, if you want to feel a little bit more put together, you want to cover that blemish,
Mhm.
hide that, you know, thing that you're not too happy about, then that's not exclusive to women. That's
No.
that's everybody. So yeah, I'm happy to do makeup on anybody and whatever they want really, I'll do. So,
See, my brother used to suffer with really bad acne when he was younger.
yeah.
And I mean, when you're in school, let's face it, bullying exists and it
Yes.
happens. And yeah, I think even more so back in the day. So my brother used to be bullied for his acne,
Oh.
although he couldn't help it. He was on lots of medication and things like that to try and
Yeah.
help it. And in the end, he resorted to using concealer,
Mhm.
and it worked brilliant for him.
Great.
But a lot of people didn't know he was wearing concealer,
That's good.
so it actually really worked.
Yeah, and that would have really boosted his
Oh, definitely.
confidence.
Definitely.
And that is priceless, really. If we can feel a little bit more confident in our skin, it's great if we can love ourselves for exactly who we are. But like you say, you know, some people can be they can project their own negativity onto other people.
Yeah.
And if you are the sort of person that's a little bit sensitive and is going to take that to heart, which you shouldn't, you should just love yourself. We're all beautiful in our own way. And
Awesome.
but then use a little bit of makeup.
Yeah, of
Who
course.
cares?
No harm in it. So makeup is for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Awesome. So, have you ever had people come up to you and say, "Would you like a magazine?"
Mhm.
And they go, "I want this."
Yeah. And I like it when people do that. If
Ah.
somebody books me for a party makeup, for example, I like it if they can turn up with a reference picture, because then we're on the same page. Everybody's very different. So if somebody comes in and they just say to me, for example, which I get quite a lot, I don't usually wear makeup, I just want something natural. Well, something natural to person number one might be completely different to person number two's kind of natural, you know? So a lot of it is open to, what am I trying to say? It's kind of open to interpretation. So I really like it when somebody can show me a picture and they say, I want that. And then at that point I can say, well, that eye makeup is on that kind of eye and your eye shape is different. So it might look a little bit different, or we might have to overcome this by doing X, Y, Z. I'm very open with my clients, and I like to kind of explain the process. I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, what should I do? And I kind of like to explain the process as well, so that they learn a bit as they go along and take something away as well. So yes, and I can. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I'm good at copying. Even when I was a kid, you know, I would copy cartoon characters, and I've always been quite good at copying. So I think it translates in makeup as well.
Cool.
If somebody's got a specific eye makeup, then I can do that, or anything really.
So guys, if you are tuned in and would like to approach Amy to have her makeup done, because she is brilliant and she's fabulous and she's very beautiful herself, you can happily grab yourself a magazine, and she would love it.
Yeah.
You would accept it, no problem.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, so moving on, because we have so much to talk about. Wow, I love this. So what style of work do you actually do, and you know, what sort of events do you get involved in?
Well, so a lot of my work is kind of party makeups, fancy dress, special occasion makeup up to a point. I've just recently stopped doing weddings actually. They're a little bit too samey, I'm going to say. I don't know if that's too honest of me, but I really like the creative side of makeup, and that's really what gets me going. So that's the kind of stuff I want to gravitate towards more. So Halloween's coming up, and that is my favourite time of the year.
Pause. Because we're going to come up to Halloween.
Okay.
Don't worry, we're going to touch on Halloween.
Yes.
So,
But other than that, of course, I do
we
a
book
bit.
you for parties.
Yeah, you can book me for a party.
Proms?
Yes,
I know it's
yes,
just
yes,
finished,
yes.
but-
Yeah, proms as well. Yeah, they're great because younger people are less kind of reserved, it seems. They're like, yes, I want that bright colour. Yes, I want those big lashes. I want the glitter. And so that also gets me to be able to be creative in that way as well. So they're great.
Awesome. So, guys, if you'd like to hire Amy for parties, proms, special events, if you're just having a night out,
Yeah.
you want a special treatment.
Or if you just want to see what you look like in, having somebody just do your makeup, somebody who knows what they're doing and who knows how to make the most out of the features you have and stuff, just a makeover. Or a makeup lesson. I do makeup lessons as well, one-to-one or group ones, yeah.
So you know how back in the day you used to have Ann Summers parties?
Yeah,
So now we have Amy Wilkes parties.
that's right. Yeah, so
Love it.
talk to your friends and find out what it is, because a lot of people, I use smoky eye a lot because so many people want to know, how do you do a smoky eye or a cut crease? That's a little bit more technical. I don't know if many of you will know what a cut crease is. You know how I was saying about the hooded eyes, where you can't see the mobile lid? A cut crease fakes a crease.
But it's on the eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
So essentially what you're doing is you're drawing a line to look like a crease, so that you look like you've got a full lid there.
Wow.
And it's a drag technique. And I love it. Yeah.
Is that another thing we're going to do together?
Yeah, I do drag makeup on myself, just for a night out. I went out last weekend and I was like, yes, I'm going to cut myself some cheekbones. I'm going to do a cut crease, and I love it. I love it.
No way. So we're going to have another party between me and Amy again.
Put it in the
So,
diary.
another thing to add to our yearly planner. You're not going to see much of me at Harbour Radio now, because I'm going to be out there doing all this makeup stuff. Amy's my new buddy. That's it.
Sorry, not sorry.
So Amy, have you done, and I'm sure everyone's thinking this, with you being an amazing makeup artist, have you done any film work?
Yes,
Tell us
I
about it.
have. Last year in the summer was my first real experience, and I did a feature film actually, and it's called With Love from Suffolk. And I really urge anybody to go and have a look, because it was made by a production company called Film Suffolk. So if we've got any listeners that can do anything on film productions, go and check their website out and sign up to help with productions that might come this way. Because what we're trying to do is, Suffolk is such a beautiful place, and Norfolk, we've got some absolutely gorgeous countryside, we've got some amazing locations, and we want to attract the film industry over here to say, look, how amazing it is here. You can make your films here. So that's what Film Suffolk do, and I signed up to their website as a makeup artist, so that if a film production company came over and said we need a makeup artist, they'd call me and I would get on there. But Film Suffolk themselves did With Love from Suffolk, and it's a romantic comedy made up of 8 short stories. It's a little bit like Love Actually.
I love all those films.
Yeah, and it's just it's funny, it's got everything. It's funny, it addresses current issues, it addresses different types of love, so family love or a romantic love, and it's just really amazing. And the fact that everybody that worked on this film is local, everybody.
We love
all
local
of the
community.
crew, yes, and the fact that we all worked together and came out with this amazing film, which is actually going to be out on DVD in Christmas, and I think it's still touring actually local cinemas right now.
Oh wow!
So have a look into that. But yeah, I did probably about 120 hours of experience working on this film. It was hardcore, definitely the most hardcore thing I've done up to that point. And I worked with men, women, children, older people, everyone. And it was fantastic.
What an experience.
Really, really amazing. Challenging, hard work, but so fun at the same time. And I've met so many nice people as well. And I've had work opportunities since then
Oh, brilliant.
because of that. So,
Oh, wow.
really fantastic.
Awesome. So I might have read somewhere
Mm-hmm.
something to do with your name
Yeah.
and the Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
Do tell us more.
Well, that actually came off the back of the Film Suffolk film.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I got contacted by a production company in London who were going to be filming some stuff for the Discovery Channel, and they wanted to hire me. And I did 3.5 days, but they were full-on days, always full-on days in filming, sort of 12, 13-hour days. But yes, it was for a series that was actually aired in America in February. I'm not sure when it's coming over to the UK, but I do believe it's on YouTube. And it's called NASA's Unexplained Files. Yeah, so it was all these weird and wonderful and mysterious things that went on, and it was kind of spread from the 1930s up to modern day. So I was doing all of the hair and makeup. I was doing hair as well, and it was all period makeup. So I was doing my 30s and my 40s, my victory rolls. I was doing 80s kind of hairdos and things, and it was just again very challenging, but I do like a challenge. I like to be pushed. That's usually when I come out with my best work. But yeah, again, that was awesome.
So you're doing hair as well?
Yeah, it's not something that I advertise as such because I've never been trained in hair, but I can put together a do. I won't cut, I won't colour or anything like that, but I can put together a do, and actually, I actually did really well. I got some nice, what am I trying to say, compliments from the people on the production team for my hair work. So
Cool.
yeah,
Maybe a new branch. Maybe not.
if I have to, I'll do it, but it's not something that really excites me. It's definitely the makeup that excites me, but yeah.
Awesome. So, okay, just a quick one.
Yeah.
We've got Rich tuned in.
Oh,
He's one of our presenters here.
okay.
Absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
He says he's loving the show.
Good.
He's loving the choice of music. Can I just say that all the music we're playing today is Amy's music. It's just all her choice. So I'm glad people are loving it.
Yeah.
It makes a change from listening to my stuff all the time. Sure, people get bored of it. Okay, so Amy, I've been trying to lead up to this.
Yeah.
This is a really big thing. And when I saw it, I was like, that's a sexy picture.
Yeah. I think I know what you're going to say.
So, for all you listeners out there, both men and women, who fancies the pants off of Johnny Depp?
I do.
He's so fat. So, funny enough, we had Nick Simply come in doing the news reading,
Yes.
and he mentioned about Johnny Depp.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that we'd be talking about Johnny Depp because Amy is very close to Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah. Me and him. Well, we've got we get on. We go way back.
I think you do. From the picture I've seen. So, can you explain to us about Johnny Depp? Because I'm now going to try and share this picture onto our Harbour Radio page for everyone to see what we're talking about. So,
Excellent.
I'm going to leave it in your hands, Amy, to
Okay.
chat away about this
Okay.
while I fiddle with technology.
You go for it.
Go for it, girl.
So, I don't know how many of you will have heard of the makeup company NYX Cosmetics. I think they're American based, but they're now actually opening up sort of counters in Boots in the UK, all over the place. But yes, they're a very cool, trendy brand, lots of bright colours, really cool makeup actually. And they run an annual competition, makeup competition, and it's called the NYX Face Awards. And they brought it to the UK, and this was the second year this year that they've done it here. They usually do it in America every single year. And I thought, well, I'll give it a go. I'll try and enter, see how I do. But I knew that I wanted something that was really going to turn heads and make people kind of gasp in shock, really. And I think I managed that, because what I did is I actually transformed myself into Johnny Depp. I used all the old kind of.
You look fine.
Yes. You're not the first person to say that. But yeah, I used all the old sort of theatrical tricks, all the shading and the highlighting, and I completely changed my face to look like Johnny Depp. There was no prosthetics, there was no sort of facial hair or anything like that. It was all done purely with makeup. And needless to say, it was a resounding success. And I actually made the top 20 in the NICS UK and Ireland Face Awards with that look, which was just it was a crazy experience doing that. It was a bit of a whirlwind. The next look that I had to do was, the theme was heroes versus villains, and I did a Ursula, the sea witch from the Little Mermaid.
No way.
Yes.
Where's this photo?
Oh, it's on my Instagram and it's on my Facebook. You'll have to check it out.
Okay, so I'm going to tell all you listeners how to find Amy on Facebook and Instagram, so you can check out all these amazing photos that she was talking about, because trust me, she is worth a follow, a like, and a look.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was the next look that I did, and unfortunately I didn't go any further. But the wonderful thing was the kind of community feel. Lots of the girls that got through to the top 20 stayed in touch. I've actually made a really lovely friend through that process. She's awesome as well, Aperture Beauty. Go check her out. She does all the face painting, body painting, and she's amazing. So there was that, and then obviously I followed the competition all the way to completion, and me and Zoe were invited to the final in London, Mayfair, and my word, that was a real amazing experience. And yeah, it was just not something that I thought little old me would be able to get involved in, so it was fantastic.
Yeah, you rock, Amy. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a track
Yep.
while I try and upload this photo.
Okay.
Because me and technology don't mix. But I'm determined to do this because this is my aim of the show. Okay, guys, so stay tuned and we will be back with some more questions. Because we've had a lot of people actually comment and ask some questions.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go through those for the amazing listeners out there. And then I will also tell you how you can get in contact with Amy should you like to hire her, book her for a party, or if you'd like to listen. And then also how you can check out some more of her amazing photos of the amazing work that she's been doing. So stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. So I've nearly nailed trying to put this picture up onto our Harbour page. I'm literally typing as we speak. So, Amy.
Yes.
In the studio with me. We're going to have to do it again sometime.
Yeah.
I've had so much fun.
I've really enjoyed it, yeah.
Good. As long as you're happy, that's my main
Definitely.
concern.
I would come back in a heartbeat.
Oh, will you come round to my house?
Yes.
Bring your makeup
Yes, if you bring the Prosecco, I'll bring the makeup.
on it.
Yeah?
It's a date.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm no longer single. You're an alien. Keep it up.
Do you want me to look like Johnny Depp?
Oh my God, sold. I think you might have some requests now of people saying, can you come out to my house with Johnny Depp
Do
look?
you know,
And just sit with me.
I already had that on honestly, I swear, on Instagram. I actually had a couple of ladies ask if I would make their husbands look like Johnny Depp. And if not, don't worry, just turn up myself.
So, Amy is available to hire as Johnny Depp.
Yes.
As well as getting the look on your husband.
That's right.
Okay, guys, so it is shared.
Yay!
If you go onto our Harbour page, you can see what we're talking about. And this is Amy who's made herself look like Johnny Depp, and it is just amazing. When I saw it, I just couldn't believe it.
Well, as I was finishing the look myself, I mean, do your listeners know what I look like normally? They probably don't, do they? But I was looking in the mirror and I just thought, this is weird. I am looking at Johnny Depp, but it's me, but it's Johnny Depp. You know, I had a bit of a funny 5 minutes, you know.
You look hot.
Oh, thank you.
You look hot as you are. You look hot as well,
Thank you.
so unfortunately we're slowly coming to the end of the show.
Aw.
I know, I'm gutted. But before we go, a few more questions.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go
These
for
are my
it.
questions to you.
Okay.
And then we'll do some listeners' questions.
Yes.
Is that cool?
Go for it.
Happy days. So, I've got massive brown eyes.
Yes.
You've been staring into them for the last hour.
Gorgeous.
Thank you. You can definitely come back again. What colour eyeshadow should I wear?
Okay. Well, brown eyes. I've got brown eyes as well. That's
gorgeous.
great because we can wear any colour. Any colour, and we will look fabulous. The rules of makeup in terms of colour, you follow the colour theory, which
I studied that.
Yes.
Interior design though.
there you go.
Does it still apply?
Same thing. Yes. Anything artsy, designy. Any of you out there that's done sort of arts and things like that, you'll know colour theory, and that is the foundation for knowing what to put on who. General rule of thumb, and for anybody who doesn't know about this, you can go on Google and just type in colour theory chart.
Mhm.
If you want to know what colour you want to wear that night, go on Google colour theory chart, and basically what you want to do is find your colour. It's in a circle, all these colours around, and you find your colour of eyes, and then you go to the complete opposite.
Oh.
And that's the colour that will give you most, we've all heard the expression, like, made my eye colour pop.
Yes.
Yes, that's what you want. You go for the exact opposite shade, and it will make your eye colour pop. If you, say you've got green eyes and you're wearing a lot of greens,
Mhm.
then the only thing, it's not going to look awful, but the only thing is your eyes won't stand out.
Okay.
They'll just all be one kind of colour. So you want that contrast. That's what's really aesthetically pleasing, I think, in a lot of makeups. So I hope that answers that.
Definitely. I'm well happy now.
Yes.
I can wear anything.
Yeah.
Makes my shopping life so much easier.
Absolutely.
So you do know I'm going to come round one day
Yeah,
and get you to do
I'm
makeup.
picking up on that vibe.
Are you?
Yeah.
I have been dropping subtle hints. But what I will do though is if I come round,
Yeah.
I'm going to share this on
Okay.
Harbour as well.
Yeah, cool.
So
That's all good.
it's all win-win.
Yeah,
Lovely.
absolutely.
Loving it.
Let's do it.
Do you want to go through some questions of what our
Yes.
listeners have got for you?
I'm quite
Okay.
intrigued.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I think so.
No, they're all good. So Chrissy said, can she have all of your makeup?
Bless you, Chrissy. I think a lot of people probably feel like that. I do have a lot, but my personal makeup you wouldn't want because of germs, cross contamination and all that stuff, you know. But the Pro Kit is not actually that big.
Okay.
No, but I've got everything that I need in there.
And everything that she probably wants.
Maybe I do have some good stuff in there. I'm not gonna lie.
Sold. Cass said, make me flawless. How do I do this?
Okay, so first things first, you need good skincare.
Okay.
Definitely a nice moisturiser, I would say. That is your first step to flawless makeup. If you've got really dry, kind of flaky skin, then obviously whatever you put on top of there is not going to look flawless. So you need to make sure that you do the groundwork up, and that makes so much difference. And people don't feel the need to completely cover up your skin. If you've got an area on your forehead or something where you've got some spots, that doesn't mean that you need to go and buy the fullest coverage foundation that you can possibly find and completely cover your whole face in it. If your forehead needs a little extra work, then do that. But good skin that you've got, really don't cover it up, because it's good skin, it's beautiful skin. You want that to shine through. You don't want people to look at you. Well, maybe you do. It's up to you really what you want, but I like it when you can't see that somebody's wearing foundation.
Yes.
You want somebody to say your skin looks amazing, not your foundation looks amazing.
Are you wearing foundation?
I am, yes.
So you look flawless.
Thank you.
But then you are a makeup artist.
I suppose I have to, really. If I turned up here looking...
I would have had no problem with you coming here with no makeup, PJs on. You could have even come naked and we could have done the show naked together.
Next time.
I love it. We've got so many plans, girls. Okay, and the last question is from Shelley. She asked, why does her pressed powder or cheekbone highlighter look patchy and clumpy when she puts it on?
Okay. Well, it could be a couple of things really. Logically, I would think about it that whatever you've got underneath your powder or highlight is not mixing well with it, or perhaps the foundation that you've got is not quite right for you. Other than that, I mean, I don't use a pressed powder. I use a loose powder because then you have more control about where it goes. It's more fluid. And you can put a lighter coating of it on. So a translucent loose powder. Make sure, okay, so A, you've got your skincare right. You know what kind of skin you've got, you know it's oily or what have you. So you're using the right skincare, you're using the right foundation. And then try a loose powder. Maybe give that a go. And also make sure that you're setting the foundation before you put any highlighter on or anything like that, because that will it will stick sort of unattractively to the skin. So if you have a nice kind of sheer translucent powder on first and then put your highlighter on, you might get a better result. I hope that helps. There's a couple of sort of different things in there, but that's what I could think of. That's what I'm thinking might be the problem if it's clumping up. It shouldn't do that.
So if anybody has got any more questions or tips they'd like to know,
Yeah.
can I get in touch with you?
Yes. Please do.
We've got Facebook and Instagram,
Yeah.
and go on, you tell them.
Well, there's YouTube as well. Obviously, you can watch. I do tutorials and stuff every now and then. I haven't done many for a while, so some of them are a little bit outdated, but I've got quite a few kind of crazy looks on there that you might be interested in.
Like the Johnny Depp?
The Johnny Depp one was actually because of the Knicks contest rules, you had to make that 15 seconds long. So I've got nothing over 15 seconds, but that is on there, I believe. My Ursula one's definitely on there, by the way. So
I'm checking that out.
do check that one out. That's another illusion, just to leave you wanting more. That is an illusion one again. So, yes.
Awesome. So guys, what I'm going to do is you can check out the Johnny Depp picture that we've been talking about today on our Harbour Radio Facebook page. I will also share that on my own personal page, which is All About You Show Simmone Taylor at Harbour Radio. If you just search on Facebook, you can find it on there. And I'll also post up about how you can get in touch with Amy.
Yeah.
So there'll be direct links to Facebook page and to can you direct link to Instagram nowadays for Facebook?
Yeah, you can actually. Yeah.
Well,
Right
thanks,
then.
teacher. Okay, Amy, that's been great having you in the studio with me today.
Thank you so much. I've had a lovely time.
Good.
Thank you.
We're also going to put some of your leaflets in our window. So if anybody wants to just pop into the studio and pick up a leaflet, they can. So that's
Excellent.
another form of getting in touch with you.
Yes, because my number's on there as well.
Yeah, we don't want to give that out on air
No,
because you'll
no.
get some phone calls. It will just be about Johnny Depp. Just come by as Johnny Depp, please. Okay, thank you so much, Amy, for being on the show. I've really enjoyed you being here. I'm going to have to bring you on another time as well.
I love it.
We'll have a naked wine party instead.
Okay. Yeah, let's
So,
do it.
But we won't film that one.
No, absolutely not. Thank you.
No, thank you so much. It's been awesome having you here. So, guys, thank you for tuning into the All About You show with myself, Simmone Taylor. We've had the beautiful Amy Wilkes in the studio. I hope you've learned some tips, as I have definitely. Can't wait to go around to Amy's house and have a makeover because it's just got to be done. We're going to play one last song chosen by Amy by Basement Jacks. It's Red Alert. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.